Let's be honest. Legal mods are boring. You want real fun? You gotta dip into the Outlaw catalog. These are the 10 illegal car mods that crank up the fun factor and flip the bird to the rule book. From obnoxious exhausts to emissions deletions, this list is all about doing what feels right. These mods are fun and totally not street legal. Buckle up. We're about to void some warranties. Number 1, flame-tuned ECU. Want your car to shoot flames like it's auditioning for Fast and Furious Fire Hazard? Then it's time to flame-tune your ECU and let chaos reign. This mod overrides your factory tuning to dump unburnt fuel straight into the exhaust, where it combusts in a glorious spectacle of popping bangs and fire-spitting fury. It won't make your car faster, but it'll absolutely make you the center of attention, for better or worse. Let's be honest, this isn't about horsepower. Flame maps are about clout, cameras, and waking up the neighborhood with the sound of automotive violence. You'll pull up to a meet, rev it once, and instantly become the guy with the rolling flamethrower. Your car will sound like it's burping brimstone, and every tunnel becomes a personal war zone of backfires and roars. But make no mistake, this mod is as illegal as it is dramatic. You're actively tampering with emissions, killing your catalytic converter, and breaking every noise ordinance written since 1970. The EPA doesn't care that it looks cool, they care that your car is now spewing hydrocarbons like a busted refinery. Police, they'll love giving you a ticket and a sound violation, maybe even a tow. Want to up the insanity? Add a spark plug in the tailpipe and trigger flames on demand? It's theatrical, it's dangerous, and it's a great way to melt your bumper or set off alarms in a 5-block radius. Pro tip, don't try it near gas pumps or your mom's flower bed. Still, if your goal is chaos, drama, and TikTok views by the thousands, a flame-tuned ECU delivers like no other. You won't win races, but you'll win every car meet parking lot. It's dumb, it's loud, it's useless, and that's exactly why it's perfect. Flames don't add speed, they add legend. Add a fire extinguisher too, just in case your vibe turns into an actual emergency. Number 2, e-brake drift button. You know that little button on your handbrake that locks it in place like a responsible adult? You rip that thing out and toss in a drift button. What you get is an instant pass to Slide City. With a flick of the wrist, your rear tires break loose, your car kicks sideways, and suddenly you're the main character in your own underground drift film, at least in your head. The drift button keeps the handbrake from locking up, letting you pull up and release instantly without that annoying click, click, click nonsense. It's a favorite among parking lot hooligans, track rats, and anyone who thinks driving in a straight line is for accountants. You'll look cool, feel cool, and probably post some grainy slow-mo of your slide on Instagram with number drift life in the caption. But guess what? The Department of Transportation doesn't share your enthusiasm for cinematic driving. Disabling your e-brakes locking function means you've also disabled one of your car's parking safety mechanisms. That's a fancy way of saying it's illegal. If your ride rolls off a hill into a mailbox, that's on you. And good luck explaining to your insurance why your performance mod left your car parked in someone's living room. And no, your insurance won't cover damage from your amateur drift session gone wrong. Especially not when there's dash cam footage of you yanking the brake like it's a slot machine during rush hour traffic. Hope your followers enjoy the blooper reel. Done properly, a drift button is harmless fun on the track. But take it to the streets, and you're basically one wrong pull away from fame your flames. It's a mod that screams, I like chaos, and your rear tires will never forgive you for it. So if you're down to trade rear grip for rear drama, go ahead. Just don't blame the button when your parking job ends up on a fail compilation with 2 million views and a roasting comment section. Number 3, underglow lighting. Remember when neon underglow made your car look like a rolling rave straight out of a PlayStation 2 loading screen? Yeah, it's still awesome. And still banned in more states than weed was in the 90s. Slap some glow tubes under your Civic or Charger, and congrats, you've just turned your ride into a mobile light show that screams, I watched Too Fast, Too Furious way too many times. Technically, underglow isn't always illegal, but it's so wrapped in gray area laws that driving with it is basically a legal coin toss. Red and blue, that's cop impersonation. Flashing lights, now you're mimicking emergency vehicles. Too bright, you're distracting other drivers. Too low, you're a safety hazard. And if you're running it while moving, hope your local PD enjoys pulling you over for vehicle lighting violations they had to Google on the spot. But let's be honest, does legality really matter when your car looks like it's levitating in neon glory at midnight? Underglow is all about aesthetic over logic. You're not gaining horsepower. You're not improving handling. You're just making a statement, and that statement is, I missed 2003, and I don't care who knows it. Sure, there are legal ways to run it. Static colors, parked only, wired to a switch. But what's the fun in playing by the rules when your lower control arms are glowing like they've been blessed by Tokyo Drift's ghost? Just know what you're getting into. Cops love underglow it, gives them an excuse to pull you over, ask questions, and maybe sneak a peek at your definitely not street legal exhaust system while they're at it. Insurance companies, they won't care until you blind someone and end up in small claims court. Still, underglow's not about safety or legality. It's about turning heads, stirring nostalgia, and making every parking lot feel like a car meet. It's impractical, unnecessary, and one switch away from a ticket. But man, does it look sick rolling under city lights. Number 4, throttle response controllers. You ever mash the gas and feel like your car's thinking about it first? That split-second delay between foot and fury? Blame your drive-by-wire throttle. It's like texting your engine, waiting for it to reply, okay. That's where throttle response controllers come in those sneaky little plug-and-play boxes that override the lag and make your car feel like it suddenly grew a pair. Now, let's be clear. This mod doesn't actually give you more horsepower. It just feels faster. You press the pedal, and instead of your ECU politely negotiating with emissions controls, it just snaps to attention like it's had 3 espressos. Your 0 to 60 times don't change, but your confidence sure does. Every green light becomes a personal drag race. Every on-ramp, a launch pad. Sounds harmless, right? Not exact. Some of these units bypass factory safety settings, traction control, and even emissions-related protocols. That means you're not just tweaking response, you're tampering with federally regulated systems. The EPA sees that and immediately upgrades your mod status from fun toy to potential felony. And if your car ends up in a warranty shop with one of these installed, say goodbye to coverage and hello to awkward silences. And don't even get us started on budget units off sketchy websites. Some have delayed shutoff timers, others glitch under load. Best case, it doesn't work. Worst case, you get full throttle when you meant to gently nudge forward in rush hour traffic. Hope that Civic in front of you had gap insurance. Still, for the enthusiast who craves sharper throttle without breaking the bank, it's an addictively satisfying mod. Instant feedback, crisper launches, and a driving feel that tricks your brain into thinking you've unlocked secret horsepower. So, no, it won't make your car faster on paper, but it'll absolutely make it feel faster in your soul. And sometimes that illusion is all it takes to turn your morning commute into your own private racetrack. Number 5, exhaust cutouts. Ever wish your car could behave like a quiet commuter during the day, but unhinge like a track monster at night? Say hello to exhaust, cutouts, electronically controlled valves that give your ride a split personality. At the press of a button, they reroute your exhaust flow, bypassing mufflers and resonators entirely. 1 second you're civilized and subtle, the next you're making eardrums bleed in a Starbucks drive-thru. On paper, it sounds like the ultimate cheat code-owned car. 2 personalities, leave the cutouts closed for daily drives and emissions tests, then flip the switch for open headers and instant drama. You get raw sound, less restriction, and enough decibels to scare Teslas right out of the fast lane. But here's the catch. Using cutouts to bypass emissions equipment or exceed noise limits is a big, fat no-no in the eyes of the law. The EPA considers it tampering, and most states have decibel limits that your open pipe setup will obliterate like a rock concert in a library. Want to fail your next inspection before the hood's even popped? Just install cutouts. And don't think you're sneaky for hiding it behind a wireless remote or a fuse tab. Cops aren't dumbed. That glorious roar tends to give you away by the time you hit second gear. Get caught, and you're looking at tickets, emissions, violations, and possibly a tow, especially if you were testing the system near a school zone. Installation matters too. Cheap kits leak, bad welds rattle, and poorly placed cutouts can cook your undercarriage like a rotisserie chicken. Pro tip, don't point them at your gas tank unless you enjoy high-stakes gambling. Still, there's nothing quite like cracking the valves open in a tunnel smile and turning heads like you just started a street race. Cutouts are obnoxious, excessive, and probably illegal in your zip code, but oh, are they fun? It's Jekyll and Hyde for your exhaust system. Just be ready for the fine sand, the followers. Smash that like button, because the next mod is illegal, insane, and ridiculously fun. Let's get back to the thrill. Number 6, illegal window tint. Who needs sunlight anyway? Black out your windows until your car looks like it's been recruited for a heist movie. Illegal window tint isn't just a mod, it's a lifestyle. You don't want to be seen. You want to glide past traffic like an automotive ninja. And when your ride reflects more of the outside world than it reveals of the inside, instant cool factor. Most states cap window tint between 30 to 50% VLT, visible light transmission. That means if you go darker, say 20%, 5%, or full limo black, you're officially in citation territory. Windshield tints, straight up forbidden in most places. But guess what? The darker it gets, the more people want it. It's like tattoo socially frowned upon by the system, but celebrated in every parking lot that matters. It's cheap, easy to install, and it actually does something useful. Blocks UV rays, keeps the cabin cooler, reduces glare, and adds a layer of privacy that factory glass could only dream of. Your AC thanks you. Your interior stops fading like an old mixtape. And your passengers, they love it. No sunburns, no awkward eye contact, just cool vibes. But here's the reality. Cops hate illegal tint. Pull up to a stoplight next to a patrol car, and suddenly your window's getting tested with a light meter like you're auditioning for a prison sentence. One ticket might be a slap on the wrist. Multiple? Now you're funding your city's donut budget one fine at a time. Also, illegal tint can be a red flag for insurance claims and inspections. Some adjusters may deny coverage if they find out your murdered out look wasn't street legal. And don't even think about passing inspection in states with strict tint laws. They'll fail you faster than you can say sunstrip. Still, the payoff is too tempting for many. Your car looks better, feels better, and demands attention without saying a word. It's the cheapest way to look like you're hiding Secret 7 if all you're hiding is fast food wrappers. So yeah, it's illegal, but it's also iconic, and sometimes cool just outweighs the consequences. Number 7, race seats without airbags. Race bucket seats look like they were pulled straight out of a Le Mans prototype, and that's exactly the energy they bring to your car. Aggressive bolsters, lightweight frames, and that oh-so-satisfying click of a harness make you feel 10 times faster before you even turn the key. Slide into one of these bad boys, and suddenly your daily commute feels like a qualifying lap. But let's talk about the giant airbag-deleting, insurance-voiding elephant in the room. Most modern OEM seats come packed with side airbags and sensors that your car's safety systems rely on. Yank those out and toss in a fixed back bucket. Boom, your SRS, supplemental restraint system, lights up like a Christmas tree. And legally speaking, you just removed federally mandated crash protection. That's a no-go in most states, and a nightmare for inspection and insurance companies. The moment they find out you ditched factory safety gear for vibes, they'll ghost you faster than a bad Tinder date. Even if you're not at fault in an accident, expect a headache trying to explain why your airbag went missing in action while your spine got reintroduced to Newton's. That said, race seats do have real perks. They're lighter, often more rigid, and keep your body planted through every corner. No sliding, no bracing with your knee, just focused driving like the car gods intended. Plus, they look incredible. Nothing says, I take this too seriously, quite like carbon fiber under your butt. Still, installing them in a street car without airbags is like wearing a motorcycle helmet with the visor ripped off, technically protected, but only if luck's on your side. Proper harnesses, roll cages, and head protection, rarely seen in daily builds. So unless your commute includes pit stops and podiums, maybe keep the factory thrones, or risk everything for that motorsport aesthetic, because nothing screams race car louder than explaining to a cop why your seat can hold 5-point harnesses but not an airbag. Priorities, right? Number 8, straight cut gears. Forget subtlety, install straight cut gears and your car will sound like it's building a time machine at every stoplight. These are the gears of race cars, rally legends, and every Gran Turismo build you drooled over as a teenager. They whine like a banshee with a bullhorn, turning every gear change into an audio assault that screams, I'm faster than you, even if you're just heading to the grocery store. Unlike the helical gears, your factory transmission uses design for quiet, comfortable daily driving, straight-cut gears have zero angle. That means less friction, more power to the wheels, and maximum strength under heavy load. They're efficient, brutal, and perfectly suited for high-revving track day abuse. But comfort? Yeah, that left the building the second you installed them. Now the catch, because of course there's a catch. Straight-cut gears are loud. Not sporty exhaust loud, more like, is that a dentist drill behind me? Loud? They howl in every gear, echo through the cabin, and make passengers question all of your life decisions. And while you might love the sound of raw, mechanical rage, your neighbors, city ordinances, and local police probably don't. In many areas, the noise alone is enough to get you ticketed. Straight-cut gears violate most vehicle noise limits, especially if paired with an aggressive clutch and open exhaust. Combine that with the fact that your daily now sounds like a WRC pit lane, and congratulations, you're officially on every HOA's hit list. Also, they're not exactly gentle on your wallet or your drivetrain. Poor installation or abuse can shred teeth like popcorn kernels. And forget stealth cops can hear you from 3 blocks away before they even see the glow of your illegal underglow. But still, for purists, there's nothing quite like it. That high-pitched whine is a badge of honor. It's impractical, obnoxious, and borderline insane for street use, but so is passion. And nothing says, I love my car, like sacrificing sanity for the soundtrack of speed. Number 9, nitrous oxide injection. Want a button that turns your car from meh to madman in half a second? That's nitrous oxide, the OG go fast drug. Flip a switch and you're injecting pure chaos into your intake. More oxygen, more fuel, more power. Instantly, you get tire smoke, raised eyebrows, and a dash of mechanical Russian roulette. And no, it's not just for movie. Props nitrous is very real, very powerful, and very illegal for street use. We're talking 50 to 150 extra horsepower with a basic wet shot, even more with multi-stage setups, all for a fraction of the cost of a turbo or supercharger. Sounds great, right? Until the EPA steps in and reminds you that spraying laughing gas into your Civic technically counts as tampering with federally certified emissions equipment. Their laughter not included. DMVs and insurance companies treat nitrous like you installed a jet engine in your glove box. You won't pass emissions. You might not pass inspection. And if you get pulled over with a bottle in your trunk, good luck explaining that it's just for off-road use. Cops have seen Fast and Furious too, and don't even think about cutting corners. Cheap kits, sketchy installs, or bad timing maps will grenade your engine faster than you can say, not again. One lean detonation and your pistons are heading for low orbit. Hope you've got a friend with a tow truck and a deep sympathy for poor decisions. Still, for performance junkies, nitrous is the ultimate thrill. It's a push-button power trip, a mechanical dopamine hit. It's dumb, it's dangerous, and it's everything car culture loves. Speed, rebellion, and the sweet sound of a bottle hiss before liftoff. So, yeah, nitrous is illegal, it's risky, it's obvious, but it's also addictive. Just remember, that spray of horsepower comes with a fine print longer than your quarter-mile time. Use wisely or prepare to become a cautionary tale with melted pistons and a glowing check engine light. Number 10, aftermarket steering wheels without airbags. Nothing says race car like ripping out your factory steering wheel and bolting on a minimalist, suede-wrapped masterpiece that screams track weapon. Ditching the giant plastic donut with an airbag stuffed inside feels like a rite of passage. Suddenly, your interior looks cleaner, your steering feels tighter, and you're gripping real motorsport soul, not some 20-year-old chunk of rubbery mediocrity. But here's the buzzkill. That airbag you just tossed? Yeah, it was the only thing between your face and the windshield in a frontal crash. Most modern cars are engineered around airbag deployment. Remove it, and not only are you removing federally required safety gear, you're also telling your insurance company, hey, don't pay me if something goes wrong. And they'll gladly oblige. Installing an aftermarket steering wheel without an airbag immediately violates FMVSS, Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards. And guess what? Most states aren't cool with you cruising around an illegal time bomb. Inspections? You're failing those harder than a high school group project without the smart kid. It gets worse. Removing the airbag often disables your horn, cruise control, and any button-based magic built into your OEM setup. Depending on your car's wiring, you might even trigger warning lights or worse, deactivate other safety systems entirely. Hope you enjoy living with that glowing SRS light staring at you like a passive-aggressive ex. Still, enthusiasts keep doing it. Why? Because race car, because aesthetic, because that Momo or Nardi wheel feels 100x better in your hands than anything your factory ever blessed you. You're trading comfort and compliance for control and cool. It's dumb, unsafe, and technically illegal in most states. But man, it looks so good. Just don't expect sympathy when the airbag you ripped out could have saved your teeth, or when the officer writing your ticket smirks and asks if your ride came with a helmet. You wanted that JDM drift aesthetic? Cool. I hope you're also into dental work. Illegal? Maybe. Fun? Absolutely. These mods prove that performance isn't just about speed. It's about pushing the boundaries of what your car can really do. But behind all the fun, one thing still matters most: great engineering that lasts. Which mod would you risk for the thrill? Or do you have a favorite car that's still going strong after a few tweaks? Drop it in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more racing, builds, and car content built to perform and endure